Hey everybody, this is Matt from End Sickness. Today I'm going to be talking about how you can beat your chronic illness without using antimicrobials, okay? People always talk about my infection, my parasites, my SIBO, my Lyme, my Candida. These things are all causing my chronic illness. And in fact, that is not true. What's causing your chronic illness is your immune system, specifically your mast cells, which are sending out all these inflammatory molecules which are causing the symptoms to develop, okay? So I'm going to tell you in this video how to overcome the chronic illness without taking the oil of oregano and the berberine and all these things to knock out and kill everything, the antiparasitics. So let me get straight to the point, okay? If your immune system is the thing causing all the symptoms, then don't you want to figure out what's irritating your immune system? That would probably be the first start. You don't want to go ahead and just fight off parasites and hope that by killing the parasites that now you're going to be better, right? It's more complex than that. You know, the gut, yes, the gut is extremely important, but the immune system outside the gut is just as important. You can't neglect that, okay? So if we want to discover the irritants to our immune system, we have to look in our diet, all right? Have to look in our environment. We have to look in our lifestyle, our stress, okay? And in the diet, it's pretty clear. It's your dairy, nuts, seeds, eggs, gluten, excess meat, processed foods. If you're eating fruits, vegetables, potatoes, rice, beans, and you're eating that on a consistent basis, what you're doing is you're creating a perfect environment for your gut to be able to ferment these fibers and produce short-chain fatty acids, which then calm down the immune system, okay? So on one side here, we just get the diet locked in, and then you won't have anything for the bacteria, for these organisms to even feed on, because the reality is it's not about the carbohydrates, okay? Not about the carbohydrates. That's not the main source of fuel for these organisms. What makes these organisms thrive is when the immune system is triggered, okay? When the immune system is triggered by something you consume, it tells the organisms, the pathogens, they have receptors in their cell surfaces that basically detect, immune system is now triggered and it's the perfect time to go out and cause symptoms and to multiply, basically. So your main enemy when you're trying to get rid of these things is your triggers. When you're triggered, your immune system is aggravated and it's out chasing something besides pathogens, and then the pathogen starts sliding out and it becomes, goes from dormant to active, and it goes into a state of chemotaxis even, where it'll go to different places in the body and set up shop and set up little pockets of infection. This is how it works with chronic infections. So the number one thing you got to do with chronic infections, you got to get rid of the irritants in your diet. Number one, 100%, right? And if you're still eating meat 3 times a day, we got spices, we got dairy, nuts, seeds, eggs, gluten, you know, we got all these things in our diet mostly, then we have the perfect environment for the organisms to thrive, because the body's going to consistently be triggered by what we're consuming, and the organism's going to just hide until it's triggered, come out, replicate safely, go back into dormancy, come out. It'll keep growing and growing, the amount of the cell population of this organism in your body. And that's how it works. That's how people get sicker and sicker, is they end up consuming things that trigger them, which then triggers the organism out of dormancy, right? So the next thing is environment. If you have, for example, chronic Lyme, you have chronic this, chronic that, whatever it is, chronic Epstein-Barr, chronic SIBO, whatever it is, you have to consider the environment, right? If you've tried everything and still the environment has not been looked at, and you have not looked at your mycotoxin antibodies, their IgG, IgE blood tests through my mycolab, if you have not done that and you have these chronic infections, you are missing a big link here. I mean, it could be huge, right? What I realized is I was chasing chronic infections for years, for a decade, for 15 years. It was ridiculous. And at some point in time, I finally accepted the mold theory. I implemented that. I realized it wasn't the chronic infections, right? Yeah, there were infections that were there because the mold weakened my immune system and allowed them to be there. But until I got rid of the mold, right, there was no ability to really actually even fight these chronic infections, because what would happen is I'd take something to try to kill the stuff, and then I would get triggered by it. And that would then cause the pathogen to grow even more. The mold would trigger me. It'd keep this cycle of pathogen growing and being safe, because my immune system was always off balance 24/7. So the environment will throw your immune system off balance, make you reactive to things that could be helping. If you have a chronic infection, you have to address the environment. And a lot of the times, it's not even a chronic infection, right? It's, once again, it's something we're eating, something we're inhaling. The last thing is, okay, chronic stress, trauma, past emotional trauma, past trauma of being sick, not dealing with emotions in the moment, thinking of fears ahead of the time, reading on the internet for hours about these labels. I've got SIBO, I've got parasites, I've got this, and then reading all the symptoms and just programming your mind to be stuck in a state of fear and threat. That is going to be the biggest problem right there. Also, you gotta be able to believe you're going to get better. You got to believe that this is within your control, in your diet, your environment, and in your mind. If you don't, then you're just going to be constantly searching for external things to fix an internal issue, and this is not how it works. And this is how I tell it very different than everybody else, because I've been through it, right? I've been through it, and I've been through it again with my daughter, and then again and again and again with other clients, right? So I understand 100% on a whole different level. So you have to get rid of what's in the diet, address the environment if you're still having issues, and then address the emotional triggers, start implementing some slow, deep breathing, some meditations, some self-care activities. Then at that point in time, guess what you do? You just build the good bacteria, right? You don't even need to kill stuff, just prebiotics, colostrum. And there's things that suppress bad bacteria that don't kill them, right? So you could go a whole nother route with this. You don't have to focus on killing stuff. You just focus on growing the good stuff. You're never gonna get rid of something you're fighting, because that's just, through the law of attraction, that's not possible, because your focus remains on it. And while your focus remains on it, it will continue to exist. What you do is you build the opposite of it, okay? Build the opposite of it. Prebiotics, more for the bifido. Whatever the bifido feeds on, you keep doing it. That's how you go ahead and recover from chronic illness. Reach out to me. I have a very different approach. I help people go through their diet, their environment, their emotions. We have logs. We go through all this in detail, and it helps them overcome things that they couldn't overcome any other way. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to my website, endsickness.org, for more information, and hope to see you guys again soon.